Okay, I am super excited to speak to you about today's topic on demotivation because it's one of the most popular things out there. It's a subject that loads of people mention. I'm sure you've mentioned it various times in the past. I've mentioned it various times in the past, especially when I first started out. You might be going through a phase of demotivation right now. And if that's the case, then I really want you to listen closely. And you know what? Even if you're not demotivated right now, I want you to listen anyway, because eventually demotivation will hit you. It hits everyone at some point, which, by the way, my dog is sleeping by my feet. So if you hear any strange noises, then now you know why. Anyway, think of demotivation like this. Demotivation or motivation, you could say. Motivation is a feeling. So the same way you're not always going to feel happy, or you're not always going to feel sad, you're not always going to feel motivated. And expecting to always feel motivated is just entirely unrealistic. But here's the thing, just because you don't always feel motivated, it doesn't mean you shouldn't do what you're meant to do anyway when it comes to your daily, weekly, monthly habits. Put it like this, just because you're in a bad mood and you're not feeling happy, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't say thank you to someone holding the door open to you, or you shouldn't say thank you to the waiter, or that you shouldn't say thank you to the cashier once they've scanned your food items. So just because you're not feeling motivated, it doesn't mean you should not go on your walks. It doesn't mean you shouldn't do at least 15 minutes of training. And that could be a 10 or 20 minute walk, by the way, 15 minutes. It doesn't have to be an hour or your regular half an hour. It could just be 10 minutes. But do you see where I'm going with this? So just because you're not feeling motivated, it doesn't mean you shouldn't do anything at all. You need to do at least something. And I promise you, here's the thing, doing at least something, whether it's that 10 minutes of walking, whether it's that 10 or 15 minutes of working out, whether it's just at least having a protein source with every meal, those small habits, they're going to keep the main habits alive, the bigger ones alive, for when you do start feeling motivated again. And I can guarantee you, once you start feeling motivated again, you'll be so happy that you didn't result into doing nothing at all just because you were feeling demotivated for a few days, or even if it was just a few weeks. Okay, again, the motivation, it comes and goes. It's like that flaky friend that, yeah, it's great when they're there, but you can't always rely on them because they are going to not show up quite often. So to draw full circle, just do something, anything. Like I said, do some of the previous habits that I mentioned. Obviously, that's going to be much better than nothing at all. I hope this helped. Remember, demotivation is a feeling. It comes and goes, but we still have to do what we know we need to do anyway, okay? Remember, I'm your friend and your coach. I'm here for you. I want the best for you. The same way you want the best for yourself. This feeling of demotivation is going to come to an end soon. And any questions on the back of this, as usual, just fire them over and I'll be happy to help out. I'll see you around.